Hey guys, Gunner Russ back once again. Welcome to episode 3 of the video game pickups. I've actually done pretty well in the time that since the time we did the last video, and I've got a lot of really cool games to show you. So as always, like I say, grab yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable, and let's take a look at what we've picked up over the last couple of weeks. So my good friend Josh, I've been friends with my good friend Josh since I was a baby basically, and he reached out to me recently, and he was basically telling me that he was really only wanted to focus in on things like Mega Man and fighters and that sort of thing. And he said he had a whole heap of games that he was wanting to give to me, and I was like, would you like anything from a man? He's like, no, dude, you can have it. And I was like, man, you are the best, thank you so much. And I can't thank him enough for what he's given me. What I've basically done, guys, I've just picked out a few of the the standout sort of games. I haven't picked out everything because there's a huge amount of games, and then obviously after that I'll show you some of the games I've picked up myself. So to start off with, he gave me this one here, and it is Initial D Extreme Stage. Now, I have the original version of this, but I didn't have the PlayStation 3, the best version. So this is obviously a Japanese game. Really fun, great arcade racer, sort of drift, sort of arcade game. Really recommend picking this one up if you're into import games or racing or drifting and that sort of thing. Once you get your head around the menus, obviously they've been in Japanese. Once you get your head around the menus, it's quite an easy game to navigate around. So yeah, thank you Josh for that one there. Awesome stuff. This one I've been wanting for quite some time, and I'm so glad that Josh gave this to me, and it's called Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. So this is done from the creator of Devil May Cry 4, and from what Josh told me, he said that in his opinion, it was better than the Dynasty Warriors series. So these are some big words there. Like me, he's a big fan of the Dynasty Warriors series. So I'm looking forward to giving it a go and seeing what it's all about. And the next two big standout games that he gave me, I can't believe he wanted to part with this one. I'm just so grateful, and I've been having an absolute blast with that. And that is Neo, done by Team Ninja. And guys, this is just really, really good. If you're a fan of, Tenchu, obviously you're going to fall in love with this here. Being true Team Ninja style, I've been playing for a couple hours and haven't really progressed very far. A lot of deaths, I can say. You feel like sometimes, basically what happens within the game is, you're going through, and you're going up against the enemies and that, and you feel like you've killed a few off, and you think, oh great, I'm going really well, and all of a sudden you might just turn down a corner too quickly or jump down to the wrong spot, and bang, you're surrounded by sometimes 2 or 3 ninjas, and they kick the living shit out of you. It may be that I suck a little bit, but I found this very challenging. So if you're like me and like a challenging game, highly recommend picking up Neo. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I definitely will be popping this back in after we finish this video. The next game he gave me was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And it still has the poster in there, so I was like, wow, that's really cool. And some sort of what looks like a little bit of a manual, but it's a season pass. That'd be a dream if there was a manual on there. But yeah, really grateful for this one. From what I've heard, that in this one here, people weren't overly too fond with this one here, unfortunately, and mainly I don't know why, but I think a lot of people wanted a lot of the characters in there, they weren't in there, and some people weren't too keen on making your own sort of character and that sort of thing. They wanted to use other characters, but that's what I've heard. I'm not 100% sure whether that's true. I'm just taking some of my friends' words on that. So yeah, happy to have this one. So yeah, basically guys, that was the couple of standout games that I got from my good friend Josh. So I just wanted to share that with you. And Josh, I know you'll be watching this later on. Thank you so much, dude, you rock. And that's what sparked this pickup here. Now, this isn't a video game, but I just wanted to really show you guys. It's just, I've really got back into, after playing a lot of the Dragon Ball Z, games and that on the PS4, I've really got back into watching Dragon Ball Z. So naturally, I went out to my local JB Hi-Fi store, which is a bit like, for those in America, I guess it's a bit like your Best Buy. And I picked up this one here, and that is Dragon Ball Super. It has this beautiful slipcase, and out pops, part 1 of season 1. So what I'm going to be trying to do is basically, because these aren't cheap. I'm not sure from where you are in the world, but for here they're very expensive. Basically around about $50 a season. I took advantage of 30% off and got it for around about $35, I think it was. So it wasn't, which is pretty reasonable, here in Australia for like a big season sort of Blu-ray disc. So yeah, I just love it. I just love these, this gorgeous slipcover. Very much looking forward to popping this in. Once I get through the entire Dragon Ball Z season, I've got right back into watching it again. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you the PS3 games I picked up. I'm not going to go into too much depth about them, but I'm just going to show you all the same. The first one I picked up here was Katamari Forever. Now this has been on my radar for a very long time. For those in Australia, this is a very hard game to try and find in the wild, and I believe it's the same around the world as well. Let me know if it's common, but I don't believe it would be. But yeah, it's basically, from what I gather, a lot of sort of like puzzly sort of games. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I've never really played a Katamari game before, but I've heard, lots of good things about them. So looking forward to popping that one in, giving it a go. This next one here, nothing special. It's just Kung Fu Panda 2, and luckily it has the manual included. So as I said to you in a previous video, when you're picking up kids games or games that are more directed to kids, definitely try and see if it has the manual included. And I took a bit of a risk on this one, so with the price. So I think luckily that I've got it in there. Now it wasn't the case for this one here. It's an absolute mint condition, and picked up this one here. It's called Millennium Championship Paintball 2009. Not a very common game, but this one here had the manual guys, but didn't come with the correct disc. Now this one came with, and it's kind of a little bit disturbing, fitting instructions for a mouth guard, and I was like, ugh, I didn't really even want to touch the disc. It's kind of a little bit creepy. So if anyone has a loose disc of this game here, please contact me. Probably the best place to contact me is on Instagram, Gundam Rush Gaming, obviously, and let me know you've got a disc there, and I will, I'll pay for it, obviously, which would be fantastic. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it, like a mouth guard in the case. I was like, ooh, that's gross. Anyway, on to this next one. This game is an absolute piece of trash, and that is Ride to Hell Retribution. And this one, lovely and complete, and I'm happy to sign her off in the collection, but yeah, it's just all sorts of mess, this one here. So if you're not into, crazy collecting for every PS3 game like myself, I would avoid that like hell. Alright, so I'm going to show you the PS4 games that I picked up, and after the last video where I asked you guys in regards to the Wolfenstein series, you told me to get the Old Blood and play that before Wolfenstein 2. So I've done just that, guys. Lovely. I was going to say incomplete here, but this one, obviously being a PS4 game, doesn't come with a manual. But yeah, I popped this in a couple of nights ago and really enjoying it. I just love, going through and doing the stealth parts of it and just ramming that rod into things. So that's what she said. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this one in the collection. Sorry guys, I know that was a little bit dirty, but had to be said. I don't know why. Anyway, next one here we have is WRC 6. So, big fan of rally car games, and saw this was just $20. So I thought, why not add it to the collection? And yeah, I'm going to give this a go probably on my day off tomorrow. Now, my last pickup for the PS4, and I'm so happy to have this. I cannot wait to, you know, get into the Yakuza series. I've just given it away, idiot Russell, but anyway. It is Yakuza Kiwami, and this one here is just a beautiful steel case, and we'll just slide that out ever so carefully. And guys, seriously, check out the gorgeousness on this back cover here. It looks like you got like this awesome dragon there, and it looks like a bit of like a koi sort of goldfish there on the back there as well. And yeah, the graphics continue on inside. Not that you can probably really see it too well there, watching it from at home, but yeah, I picked this one up for I think around about $20. That was from Oz Game Shop, and yeah, very happy to have this one. And it says it's a PS4 console exclusive game, so unfortunately people that have only play Xbox One, you can't get that one by the looks of it. So now I saved this best piece for last because I just couldn't believe this. So basically, my girlfriend and I, we were on holidays and we were heading up to the beautiful part of Australia here in Adelaide, that is, and it's called the Barossa. And basically it's this an area, and I'll show you a few pictures. This is a beautiful area with lots of vineyards, and our wine is you know, real renowned around the world. It's really good stuff, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here to learn about wine, we're here to talk about video games. Anyway, to cut a long story short, basically on the way there we stopped past a place called Gawler, a lovely country town, and they've got a place called Cash Converters, which is basically a pawn shop. And yeah, they from time to time when I go in there, they got some really good deals, and I was going through the section where it had all the, you know, the loose PS3 games and the Blu-rays and whatnot, and I really couldn't find anything that was really catching my eye, or there wasn't anything I didn't have. So I was basically about to head out, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, there's more games over this side in the cabinet." I was like, "Oh yes, I've completely forgot about that." Anyway, I had a little bit of a look through, and there was some lovely stuff. They had an Uncharted PS4, and I was like drooling. I was like, "Oh my god, I really want that." But I couldn't justify paying $400 for it. But anyway, down the bottom, there was these two lovely PS1 controllers. I'm pretty sure this is a PS1. Oh yes, PS1. Just wanted to make sure, because it looked very much like the PS2 controller. Yeah, these two beautiful PS1 controllers. Now, this one here really caught my eye because I didn't really see too many of these ones growing up. I knew one friend that had it, but it's always a bit of a rarity, I thought. And price-wise, I picked up for $5, guys, and it was an absolute steal. I couldn't resist, and they're absolutely mint condition. And so that's the black one there, and then this is the lovely blue. And this one has a couple little scratches there, but you really can't see them. But it's really nice to have this transparent blue one to go with the red one that my good friend R2My D2 gave me. So there we have it, guys. Another video game pickups done and dusted. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave me some comments below. You know, it was really great to see how many comments came through in the last video, and you know, I love support. You know, it's just really good to, you know, be a part of this awesome community on YouTube. Anyway, with that being said, as I said again, big thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe, fools. See you later.